missed calls on my phone, asking if I'm at home or alone. I just tell him I'm just getting in my zone with a couple folks who know to get it done. Listen, God one handles hoes like it sees. Never get us in the club or the
Thank you for rocking with us. But we're going to discuss and go in depth a little bit with an album, and one of the hottest albums right now. Not only did it debut at number 1 on Billboard, but I think 12 of its songs were on Hot 100 as well when it first came out. And that is Almost Healed by your boy Little Durk. Boy got Kodak Black, J. Cole, Alicia Keys. He got 21 Savage. He got Juice WRLD. The features out the frame. And even one, what's his man's name? Is it Morgan Wallen?
Morgan
Wallen, thank you. Got a country star on here. There's a lot to go into. Opening up with a therapeutic track with Alicia Keys with her sultry voice telling him that everything's going to be okay and you're able to heal from this and go ahead and just let your heart speak. And we're thinking that, and honestly, just from that part alone, I thought I was going to get something kind of like Big Steppers, Mr. Morale, a deeper look into Lil Durk. But a part of me was like, I don't trust that. And well, we'll see if I'm right.
You were right.
We'll see if I'm right. So, KR, why don't you open it up for us? What are your overall thoughts before we start getting to track on track?
All right, y'all. We gonna talk about all these tracks.
I got my list of the ones I want to bring up.
Yeah, I got a list of a few of them. Some of them I ain't gonna lie to you, ain't worth talking about, but we'll get there. Okay, y'all. Lil Durk, feel me? 124 units sold first week.
Woo!
Almost Healed. You already know what it is.
Congratulations.
Like I said.
Congratulations.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. Number one object.
It's okay. That's crazy. No, that's really dope. Real shit. Congratulations. But this first off, I did not know he was considered a drill rapper. I did not know that, but that's just something that people got labels for everything. The anticipation, the marketing was great. The lineup, when you look at it, when you posted the lineup, great. The production credits, these are some good producers, things of that nature. So the guest list was cool. It seemed like it was gonna be dope, and I was like, cool. But when you listen to the album, let's just keep it a Bun B stack. Do I think the album was bad? No, I don't think the album was bad. I don't think that at all. But it has some highs, and it also equaled out with some definite lows. And this is something that, honestly, when you look at Durk's music anyway, from back when he was, like I said, in the early 2010s and things like that, this is kind of how Durk's been.
Mm-hmm.
If you listen to any of his products, this is eighth studio album. And the thing about when it comes to Durk is always going to be talking about the situations that he lives in Chicago. Gang violence. Talking about niggas snitching, emotional turmoil and trauma, things that he goes through. And the thing that I was looking forward to this album, based on the cover of the album and based on what the album's called, Almost Healed, I was kind of hoping that this would be the chance to show, this is basically therapeutic. Because he started out the whole album with the Alicia Keys thing and everything was cool. But pretty much from the intro, he never reached back to that height of that song. Cause I enjoy I don't even know how to say it. Pelicoat. I'm not bougie like that. Pele Coat, where it is. I enjoyed that track. I enjoyed it. I really did. But it never got back to that point of me getting to feel that same way and get back engaged with the album itself. So I was just kind of like, no. It seems like this was like no, this has to be his first chance of giving us a concept album. This is his first chance. Basically, why I know Durk's discography to be. His catalog doesn't really line up with how it was promoted, where the case may be. What we know from Durk to be, like I said, drill rapper, Chicago, gang violence, things of that nature. But when you give him the chance to actually go through all those traumas and gives him all those times to deal with these said traumas and have a whole album called Almost Healed, it gives you the idea that this should be somewhat therapeutic. The intro was therapeutic, and then of course you had the child banger with J. Cole, All My Life, and things like that, where he's talking about these things, political, social, or what was it, socio-political topics, I think that's what it's called. But he's like, he's talking about basically the landscape of rap music, the landscape of gang violence, things like that. He seems very remorseful in this track, so I can see that being a continuation. But as the album goes on, you kind of be like, "There's Dirk, Dirkio doing Dirkio." Like that's kind of where that's. A lot of times it fell flat. But I will say this, man, these beats is crazy hard. Like these beats are crazy hard. A lot of the production was great. Like everyone really did their thing. But for the most part, I mean, not say everybody. For the most part, the producers did their thing. The mixes on the song were always relatively good for the most part because when you Dirkio, you have that much auto-tune in your voice. The mixes should be very, very good. They have to be. There were definitely some misses, like sad songs, because I don't know what the hell that was in that hook. I was like, yo, this is not. This is not hitting the mark, Dirkio. Your boy, you've been taking too many Perkios. Like, I don't know what's going on. But like I said, it starts out very nice. Like it gives us an idea of more about what he's going to go into this. Like he talks about the snitching the bodies in the streets and the guilt that he feels and things of that nature over King Von's death and things like that. So you're honestly put, even though he's talking about all these sad things at the beginning of the album, Alicia Keys opening this up and everything, it makes you hopeful to listen forward to this. But there are so many tracks on there to me that were just throwaway. It's like I'm just putting something out here, and I'm like, bruh, to me, he wasted a feature from Future. He wasted a feature from 21 Savage. He wasted a feature from Juice WRLD. Granted, the Juice WRLD track was kind of nice. I enjoyed the flows and everything on there. I was enjoying it. But as far as it goes along with the actual album, it feels like those tracks, those are just examples of like it just running back to the mean of what we know Dirk to be. Like he's a mid-level exception rap artist that doesn't necessarily venture outside of who he is. And when you're doing a concept album, it's kind of hard to not. It's kind of hard to say I'm gonna stick in one lane and understand a whole entire concept, because this could be. I guess you could say, let's just put it like this. Let's just give Dirkio the best amount of credit we can. Let's just say all these tracks were showing all the different sides of Dirk. Let's just say that. These were the tracks like, this represent this side, this represent this side. Nigga, it still all sounds the same. Like you may have changed the production up. Don't get me wrong. There was some of that trap soul R&B type of vibes that you got from some of the records, like the intro, and then what was the other one? I really enjoyed the other. There's another song I really enjoyed. Sad song had a little bit on there, but you already know there's that. You don't want to mess with that. But Drew Hill has some really good R&B sound production. That nice little glossy key things. Like it makes you really. It made me really respect that trap R&B sound since the early 2014, 2015. Like as much as we talk about how trap music is annoying sometimes, I can say I personally enjoy that trap R&B sound. Shout out to Bryson Tiller, really. But overall, like I said, there were some pretty good cuts. There were some pretty good times, some good moments. But overall, man, there's some very, very questionable track choices and some mid performances and some unnecessary performances. So,
Les.
This is. I agree that this. Congratulations again, man. You did really well getting up there when it comes to sales and getting out that recognition. But if I'm gonna keep it a Bun B stack, there was so much unnecessary content on this project. I was very disappointed with how many times I was able to check out. This
21 tracks.
21 tracks.
Yeah, it was way too much unnecessary music. And way too many times for me to check the hell out. Like I got bored. Like I was trying to stay awake while driving, and this album was putting me to sleep. I was not very happy with it. But what I will say is this: there are some moments. I agree. There are some moments where I was like, okay, wow, that was dope. Um, some of those moments I would include. Uh, Dr. Luke did his thing with All My Life. I don't think the production was like super duper the A1, but Dr. Luke still did a good job with that. But he's also the person on this project I have probably the biggest problem with as a producer. Because we got to talk about this guy real quick. Oh, I'm going to blow y'all mind a little bit if you didn't look into Dr. Luke real quick. Because watch this. So, Dr. Luke produced All My Life.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This is the same guy who produced Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus. This is also the same guy who did Since You've Been Gone.
Yeah. That song was bad.
He was also the lead guitarist off of Saturday Night Live for like a while in 1997. So like this is a talented musician. Now, here's why I have a problem with him. He's also the producer for Stand By Me on this album, which was that country track that came out of nowhere.
I can't lie. I fool with that.
That song, I ain't gonna lie to you.
I fool with that.
I
was surprised.
Hey, that's my favorite song on the album.
I'm not mad at that. Exactly my point. When you're doing a concept album, you gotta take stretches like that. It's unexpected. It makes me look at you differently. But then when you come back and do a song like Big Dog, I'd be like, what is going on, nigga? Like, this is the same stuff. Like, no, don't go back. Lower the amount of tracks. Get focused. And, like, help me understand. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Wait, y'all like Stand By Me?
It really was.
Let me tell you something. All my
Y'all
life.
You like Stand By Me?
I like Stand By Me. Hey, look. Let me be real with you. I'm not gonna cut you off, Les. I'm not gonna cut you off, but I gotta be honest with you, my guy. I gotta be honest with you, my guy. I'm listening to this track, through this album, and again, you're right. I am kind of worried that you listen to this while driving, because I would have fell asleep too. I kept on having to replay. You know how like when you're tired and you reading and you got to keep rereading the same paragraph over and over again? That's how I felt when I was listening to this album. I was like, man, did I actually listen to this track? Like, I don't remember nothing. Hold on. It just ended. And I can't tell you what I just heard. Let me replay the whole track. Damn, still can't tell you. Like, it was just very forgettable to me. and I feel like I agree with you, KR. Like, why did you even bring Future out here? Why did you bring Kodak Black out here? Why did you bring 21 Savage out here? You got J. Cole, but you know
we got to go back. Like, I have a real serious problem with the track that Kodak's on. And here's why. Yeah, bro, you have Metro and Zaytoven on the beat. Like, how you have Metro, Zaytoven, and Kodak, and you're at the top? Like, this is the type of career, and that track is so like
whatever.
Mid.
The hook was whatever.
I was like, I listened to that track a couple times. I was like, because I listened to the whole album and then went back and was like, listen to the production credits, and I was like, okay, whoa, how did I overlook and think that a Zaytoven Metro collab was whatever the hell? I was like,
It don't even sound right. You know what I'm saying?
So that was upsetting. Okay, Chop DJ Squad, you know, he DJ, it's a banger. I'll admit as a producer that he did his thing on this project. Like, every time that he was on the project, he did what he normally does, which ain't a whole lot. Like, it's his thing, but he did a good job. I appreciated him. It's the same producer that gave us took it to the O. You know what I'm saying? Like, long time collaborator with Von. And he executive produced King Von's based album. So I think he did a good job on this project. But overall, like, I was just like, man, y'all been working together for a long time. Like, this is what I'm expecting y'all. Eight projects in. You got the promotion to give like up there, and it was just, I was like, y'all did too much meandering around. But overall, good job. I did dig Sad Song. The live instrumentation was dope. Not a whole lot of it, but it was dope. Drew Hill though, the production was dope for real. I was like, nah,
Yeah, it
bro.
was
Like
nice. It was nice. I enjoyed that.
favorite track on the project. Like I might actually add that to some other playlists just because the vibe was dope. But
Yeah.
here's the only problem with it. Why the hell is that nigga talking random as I was like, what are you talking about, nigga? Like, at all. Or I mean, at least it feels like that. I was like, man, listen, I was like, you know what?
I'm about to say, yeah. I mean, like, I'm about to say, there's definitely some points in that track where I'm just like, first and foremost, like, to me, this is why Sad Song and Drew Hill shouldn't be on the same cut. They shouldn't be on the same album because Sad Song to me just sounds like it sounds like a track, like like Hillbillies. It just sounds like something you wanted to do, which I can respect that. I get it. Don't get me wrong. I'm just a listener. Let me make that very clear. We are just listeners. So when you put something out, then I'm assuming you're trying to communicate something with me to some degree, at least to the small some degree. When I hear sad songs, I'm just like, bro, Drew Hill was kind of similar to this, remorseful, talking about his ex and things like that. Like it was deeper. Like it was deeper because it had nice eclectic piano sounds, and I was like, this is a better version of sad songs to me. And when I look at that type of stuff, because sad songs should have been something that was another therapeutic piece on this project, but it was done so badly that I didn't care. So pretty much the whole album had 3 songs to me. It was like Drew Hill, Never Again, and the intro, where it seemed like these were the therapeutic songs. I don't want to include All My Life in there because that seems like he's kind of out of the therapy in a little bit. Like he's like, yeah, this is just all my life. This was going on with me. So he's kind of just talking about trauma in a happier light. I would just put it like that based on what I was sharing. But like those, they were too far in between. Like there was not enough tracks to me or demonstrations of the therapeutic aspect that this was promoted as, the title, and what I heard from it. So I'm just like, okay, bro. Like
this album was, I agree, bloated. It did not need 21 tracks. You could have did this whole album in 10, to be quite honest.
I would argue 7.
That's even better. Like I would say
like,
8 is probably the magic number, and that's giving you a throwaway.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm just gonna go through it real quick. Since you really weren't doing it like that, the therapy session could go away. Pellet Coat, I kind of enjoy, but that's not why it's staying. But All My Life, you got J. Cole, you better say that. Never Again. Yeah. Oh, there's a deer. My bad. I'm sorry. I haven't seen one of those in a minute. Never Again, whatever. Put them on ice, get out of here. Big Dog, get out of here. Never Imagine the Joy in the Future, get out of here. Sad Song, Joy with Fire. Before Father, you disrespectful some. War About It, 21 Savage, you wasted it, get out of here. You got him, get out of here.
Yeah.
Grandson, get out of here. 300.
No, hold on. You got him, even though it wasn't. Even though, hold on. Let me make sure this is right. I'm pretty sure it was you.
Say what you're saying.
Low key the toughest chocolate album. As in, like, if I was listen, if you just put that song out, I'd be like, this hard. Like, You Got Him is tough. I ain't gonna lie to the flow, the beat's hard, everything's hard. In regards to the album, I ain't really thinking about it. But it's tough though. Like it's tough though. I enjoy that. I ain't gonna lie. Turn the bass in the car. You be like, yeah, give me that. It was a stank face vibe, man. I ain't gonna lie. I like that. The flows were hard.
I gotta. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, the beat was dope.
Yeah, bro. I'm trying.
He had that bounce to it.
I ain't gonna lie. The song was clearly conveyed. In LA, it was in and out by what? Maybe like 2.5 minutes. It was clearly conveyed. I'm sure what was going on, but did I care about the Promise album? Hell no. I don't care. Drop it.
You keep going at it like the Juice WRLD feature thing, Cross the World, like belt to ass. I'm not going to lie, bro.
It was cool.
I'm not going to lie, bro. That Stand By Me track was probably the track
That's a highlight of the album to me.
I enjoyed it the most. I was like, okay, now
I don't know about the most, but okay.
No, I enjoyed it the most. Like, it's not like by far. Like, all my life is still in there. I just enjoy hearing J. Cole rap. So you just stole that from me. I don't remember none of your lyrics besides "Child support and support." You know what I'm saying? They tried
Oh, baby,
it, but most of these just felt so similar and so mundane, and just like I'm getting the same. Like, why are you lying to me? Why are you lying to me? You feel me? You call it almost healed. You're telling me that you went through all this stuff, and now you're about to really, tell me how you feel about all of it. And then the majority of the tracks, you're talking about doing the same shit. Like, you either are not self-aware, or you just did this marketing plan for nothing. You just decided to do it for whatever reason. I don't like. I got more questions on why than how. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I first heard, I keep bringing up this album, but when I first heard "To Pimp a Butterfly," I was thinking, like, how did he do it? How did he think of doing this? How did he get Thundercat, and how did he get Terrace Martin, and how did he get Kamasi Wash? Like, how did he do these things? As a musician, I'm like, man, if I want to replicate this for myself, how would I go about doing it? With this one, I just kept asking why. Like, why the did you put Future on here and you wasted a Future feature? Like, Future ain't who he is. You know what I'm saying? Why did you put 21 Savage on here? And I'm just like, and everybody who, and I ain't gonna lie, everybody who did a feature on here had like a weird bar. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kodak with Grandson. He's like, it's my last time I'm gonna hit, so I'm gonna put it in her butt. I'm like, what? What? He had another one on that same song where he was like, "Hey,
Well, that
Lil
was a
Durk,"
one-time listen.
and then he
I
said
was
another
like,
thing on
nah,
that
not
same
again.
one where Little Dirk, where he was talking to Little Dirk, he was like, "Little Dirk, go to church and you sinning mother and stop that killing, you sinning mother." I was like, uh, okay. The whole track before Fajr, I'm like, bro,
hey, bro, we get it. You referenced it enough.
you're
I'm
Muslim.
not
You're
like,
Muslim.
yo, I get it. I'm not saying, yo, mashallah, that's dope. But I'm sorry, you can't be putting it in your songs and you're this close to all this. Like, that's part of the reason I give it, like, on a toxic rating. I still give this in like a 2. Actually, nah, it's a 2. And it's because you just
Song?
no, I'm saying like the
Oh,
toxic meter on this album. It's
oh,
10 being,
okay, okay.
yeah, 10 being is good for the community, 1
Yeah,
being
but
you're calling it.
There's always been a toxic, like, when
It's
it
like
comes
it's
to
a
that.
2.
I'm saying, so it's good to hear that he's remorseful about some things.
Yeah, like I appreciate some of the vulnerability in there, but it was constantly being just like it felt like
Gangstified.
not even gangstified. It felt more like you was trying to say sorry to me because you felt like it was the right thing to do, not because you actually understood what you did wrong. Like, I didn't
Yeah,
feel
because you
like
watch interviews and he still feels the same way about like snitching. He still feels the same way about the gangster in the street. He still feels the same way about it. So I'm not saying that he doesn't feel. I'm about to say I think someone can show remorse but still go about it the same way.
right. And I felt like, but I feel like I got remorse without going about it the same way. I didn't get the remorse part, to be honest. I got more of like I think I did this. I think I did it. Like, if he said almost healed, it should have been I saw a doc.
It should have been, I just got hit.
Yeah,
I'm,
it ain't me, Doc.
I'm in the ambulance.
I shouldn't have rolled on them niggas. Like, if the project was called
Oh,
mistake, if the project was called mistaken drive by, I'd have been like, that makes sense. You shouldn't have did that drive by.
it listen, all in all, like, I'm not saying that this is a bad album. I'm just saying that this album is empty calories. Like, if you like this kind of stuff, cool, but you're wasting your few precious moments. Like, you could have cut this song if this was like a two-sided sort of thing, I guess maybe, but it is just not that big of a deal, dog. You didn't have to do it like this. Way too many. Like, honestly, you made me look for the album to have like an hour runtime, but to have 21 tracks on it. That just proves it to you right there.
I was mad that it took that much time out of my life.
I was like, what's going on? Like, it doesn't have to. No,
No, it didn't have to be all that. So
I don't.
so for me, I, I I would give it again like a 4.5. Maybe a 5. I'm not gonna lie. There were some tracks that I was, I guess, impressed by because I don't know Little Dirk that well. I missed most of his career. I don't really listen to the new age gangster rap that much. I don't listen to dirty rap that much. So to hear him on again, Stand By Me, I give it to you. I give it to you with that, with like All My Life, and not Big Dogs. Hell no, not Big Dogs. What's the one that we were just talking about? You Got Him, wasn't it? You Got Him.
Yeah, you got him. Was that quick 2 minute joint? Well, there's a lot of 2 minute joints. Let me not just say that.
That's what I'm
That one
saying.
Kodak was like 2 minutes. There's a lot.
But
There's a lot of 2 minute joints on here. Yeah.
I mean, there were some ups, but just purely the amount of tracks alone drug this project down for me. It's making me understand why like most rappers don't even bother doing albums anymore. It's like for what
Y'all can't do them.
you can't do them. And if,
Yeah, it's true. They really just can't do it. It's not. And the thing about it is, I don't want to be one of the old folks. I think Danny Brown said this best. He was like, old dudes aren't upset with the rap industry. Like they're not hating on y'all. They're just noticing that the responses that we pretty much get back from our generation artists is that, hey, this is new, so you gotta respect it. Just because something's new does not mean it's better. And we've been riding this new wave of this drill, this trap stuff for what? This is about 2020. It's about 10 years now at this point. So we've been riding this wave for a while, and a lot of these dudes are coming out and they sound exactly the same. And Dirk, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. You found your pocket and what you like to do, but to me, and all Dirk fans gonna get mad at me, bro. Ever since you got on that track with Drake, it was pretty much that's pretty much how you're where you are right now. It's not saying like his entire career. I'm not saying, look, as an artist, like I understand work. You put in a lot of work. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong with that at all. But we can't ignore the fact that Drake is Drake. That's the truth. If you remember by Drake, Drake does this all the time. He'll do songs with other artists that are up on the upcoming and stuff like that. Also for his branding, because it's actually pretty smart to do that, and also to help other artists out. So I get that and I respect that, but let's just be honest here. A lot of these people, like nowadays, are not talented enough to create a whole project to make you actually want to sit down and listen to it, because they understand or they don't understand. They don't understand how much effort it actually takes to one surround yourself with the right people that are going to tell you some real stuff or give you actual advice, and also it takes time. That's the truth. And we're in a generation where people don't like they don't want to wait for nothing. Like they just don't want to wait for nothing. It's not even worth waiting. Like they don't even believe that an album is worth waiting on. And that to me is odd because what it does is just speeds up the process and now everyone, they kind of just get upset. And when you get upset about hurried projects, it just kind of makes you want to say, well, just cut it all out. I don't want to hear the whole thing. Just give me the singles. And that's what the generations come down to. So now people are putting out albums. And to me, it's just putting out an album is giving someone a book. It's like, here's a chance for you to open up to see more about where I'm at in my journey. And this is Dirk's what, eighth album?
yeah,
This is Dirk's eighth album. I think he put out his first album, I believe, in 2015. If you listen to Dirk's early stuff and what Dirk is now,
same thing.
I don't really give a damn. He hasn't changed. He's been the same dude. And that's not saying, I'm not saying, I listened to Lil Baby's last project. And it's the same stuff over and over again. I like Lil Baby. I like Lil Baby on a feature or something like that. But for an entire project, nah, not really. And I'm good. And this was Dirk's first chance to show everybody in the world, hey, I can show you guys a concept. And this is what he does with a concept. Was it bad? Not necessarily, but it wasn't anything special to make it a legitimate concept like a Jay-Z or a Cole or a Kendrick Lamar, hell, even a Ludacris. Like it doesn't particularly matter, but it's just like they don't dive deep into it. So I give this album like it's Dirk. It's a middle of the pack album, just like always, very mid. I give it like a solid 5, 4.5, somewhere in between there, and just leave it at that.
Les, what about you?
It's a 4.2. It's mid as It's a lot of extra shit I did not need. And to be frank with you, you should have slapped your mama for letting you go out here and do this.
I agree.
Oh,
We're at a 4 for your boy. Um, and really, it's a 4.
4.5 it
It's,
is.
it's a 4 because of the wasted potential. If somebody told me there was an album, any kind of album that had Future, 21 Savage, Kodak Black, J. Cole, Alicia Keys, and some random country nigga, plus this new Juice World nigga, I don't even count the other two dudes. I don't even know them like that. They all sound the same to me, even on the thing. You know, I would be like, this got to be at least a 5 off rip. I'm ready to be impressed. And I was just let down. But hey, this is where we're at in rap. So who knows? Who knows? He's gonna be Lil Durk for a while. I feel like we're gonna be doing this channel long enough to see another project come from him, at least another single. So we'll see if he grows. But what people are showing is that they're okay with stuff like this. And until people get tired of it, people ain't gonna stop making it. So you'll be here. Maybe we'll get some more stuff. But are we wrong? Are we capping? Was it really fire? Are we being too harsh? I've been told that we've been too harsh before. Sometimes I've been told that we could be a little bit too hard on music. So if we are, let me know. Let me know where it grows in the comment section. And like, comment, subscribe. This is what's up. You know what I'm saying? And call me out. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you have a new point for me. I don't know. Maybe my 15 years in the game. I don't know. That's fair. Let me know.
You ain't slick, Les. You gave this album a lower rating than Pound Town.
You did. Pound Town was his favorite album.
On Squad, you mean that, Les? 6.
On Squad.
All right, let's wrap this up.
All right, so
37 missed calls on my phone, asking if I'm at home or alone. I just tell them I'm just getting in my zone with a couple folks who know to get it done. Listen, got one handles hoes like it sees. Never get us in the club for the praise. Day one got me famous from the gram though. Got another who stayed up in Vandals. Popping bottles with my best friend. Rolling loud with my best friend. I pull a crowd with my best friend.